has changed like a lot, drastically, dramatically, really, really quickly. And I've been seeing a lot of people ask me questions like, well, I can't find a job and I can't do this. And now we're being discredited and losing our jobs for saying opinions about people who might be in charge. And I think that's the point, right? So stick with me because I'm not trying to be judgmental. I think that's the point, right? Because the universe has this really fantastic way of just like squeezing you out of somewhere that you don't fit in anymore. And I think everyone that's awake and aware, right? Whether you are spiritually awake, but you are vibrationally aware, right? They're being squeezed out. All of us as a whole are being squeezed out of this old way of functioning, this old kind of society. And I really think that's the point. I think it's the point that people can't get jobs because jobs are not in alignment for us anymore. Jobs are an old, lower vibrational form of energy. Jobs are not where people even want to be. So when we notice we can't get jobs, then we discover, okay, well, what do I really want to do? How do I really want to earn some sort of energetic exchange for myself? And most people get stopped right there and they go, I don't know how to support myself. You're right, you don't, because you've never done it before. I didn't know how to support myself. I didn't know how to be a business owner. I didn't know how to be an entrepreneur. I am literally the first person in my entire family. If you go back all the full historical lines for as far back as we have, the first person in my whole fucking family to be an entrepreneur. Nobody understood it. We didn't know how to do it. I was out there just flailing around trying to look at other people for examples until I started to figure it out. And we're all still flailing around because we're all still growing and figuring it out, right? You don't just like get there. You don't go, I've figured it out. I'm the expert now. No, you still learn, you still grow, you still expand. And I think that's the entire point of what's going on here. We're not supposed to be in these old systems. We're not supposed to be doing these old things. And then so many people, like, you guys are emotionally shutting down, and I get it because I did it too, right? But I have a different perspective now from all the growth and all the things. People go, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to change the world. We're not trying to change the world. What we're going to do here in just a minute energetically is going to be like an aftershock, an after effect, or whatever the phrase is I'm looking for, that will accidentally change the world. You don't change the world, you change yourself. And then when you change yourself, you change your life. And then when you change your life, you change other people's lives by default. And then when you change other people's lives, you change the world. But you have to start with yourself. You have to go in here because here's the thing, babe, no one is coming to save you. And I mean that with all of the love in my heart. No one is coming to save you. You are supposed to save yourself. I have so many friends who I love and adore and know so many things about all of this spiritual woo stuff who are just waiting for something to happen to them. Nothing is going to happen to you. You have to make it happen to yourself. And you don't have to think big. You don't have to think giant. You don't have to go, okay, well, I have to know how to financially support myself and make a big successful business. No, you fucking don't. All you have to do is follow your joy. You have to start at the very bottom. Start at step 1. You can't start at step 1200. You're not ready for it. If you were ready for it, you would already be there, right? Okay, so I mean this with all the love in my heart. It is time. It is time that we stop complaining about the world falling apart because this is not a world we were happy with anyway. This is not a world that we vibe with, that we feel good in. This is not a world where we look out there and we go, yeah, I love capitalism. I love the way things are. I love that the secret oligarchy runs everything and nobody actually has any free will to do anything that they actually want to do. I love that. No, we hate it. So when everybody's getting pushed out of all these places and there is now this authoritative power in control of, my particular country that I live in. I'm trying to not say too many words because my videos keep getting taken down. We go, instead of saying, well, we're trying to fix it, let them fucking have it. Let them have it. We don't want it. We didn't want it. Why are you fighting so hard for something you don't even want in the first place, right? Why? Let them have it. Let's build something new. And you don't have to build a new society, a new structure. Build something new in here. You do that by clearing your stuff. You have to take responsibility for your own actions. You have to realize if you want to grow and be happy and live in a world that feels more aligned, you have to realize that no one is responsible for your happiness except for you. Literally no one. No one can actually make you happy. No one can actually make you upset. That's you making yourself happy. That's you making yourself upset. And once you can actually consciously realize and start embodying these concepts, then literally everything changes. You do it with your brain. You don't need money. You don't even need time. I mean, sometimes we need time because of our human selves, right? And you have to integrate the stuff, sure, but you don't actually need time. We only need time because we're human, right? And we've got shadows and stuff like that are just covering up all the good stuff, right? So it is time, if we want to make these new societies, let them have the old system, let them have the old ways, let them destroy it on their own. I don't even care what they do with it at this point. Let's start building the new stuff. And you start building the new stuff by having new thoughts. That's step one. That's where we're going to start. And then I will keep making videos with you guys together. We don't have to do steps 1 through 72. Step 1, new thoughts. Start focusing on what you prefer instead of what you don't prefer. There's a lot of examples of what we don't prefer. A lot, right? Great. I love that. Now that we know what we don't prefer, what do you prefer instead? Keep it in the present tense and keep it in the positive. You don't want to say, I don't prefer to be overweight. Okay, we're still focusing on what we don't prefer. Okay. You don't want to say, I prefer to be not overweight. We're still focusing on what we don't prefer, right? You want to say, I prefer a healthy body that's easy to move in. I prefer not pain-free because we're focused on the thing we don't want, which is pain. I prefer a body that feels comfortable and calm and relaxed, right? That's focusing on what we do prefer. Focusing on what you do prefer versus focusing on what you don't prefer is literally going to change your life. And when you change your life, you change the world. And yes, there's steps in between that, but that's how we freaking get there. So let me know, are you on board? Do you want a series like that? Do you want to talk it out? Because I'm done. I'm done with the chaos. I don't even want to pay attention to that contrast anymore because it doesn't effing interest me. I just cannot be bothered. Does anybody else understand that? I love you guys and I am so excited about a new world and a new society and open contact in 2027 and all these things. I'm so effing done with all that stuff. I don't want to pay attention to it anymore because I don't care. I don't care. That's somebody else's life. That's somebody else's journey. And I love that for them, but I'm in a different place. And if I'm in a different place, I don't have to pay attention to that journey. I'm going to pay attention to my own journey. And that's what you should be doing too, right? So are you on board? Is this what we want? Because if it is, step 1, paying attention to what you prefer instead of what you don't prefer. We're changing our thoughts. We're changing our focus. First, we're changing our focus. I'm realizing with this in real time. This is not scripted. I never write any of this out. I just had a thought and I just started freaking yambling and yapping. We're going to focus. We're going to change our focus. And once we change our focus, that will change our thoughts. So are you on board? Does it feel good? What kind of direction? What kind of direction? What kind of encouragement do you want? Let me know. I'm here for you guys. I love you guys so much. And this is going to be such an unbelievably rad movement into a better feeling society. And to do that, we have to let go of the old one. Why are you trying to bring the old one with us, baby? It doesn't fit.